I live in rural Arkansas. And if you don't understand why people in rural Arkansas or rural America vote Republican, it's because of fear and jealousy. Jealousy that somebody has it better than they do, that they work their asses off, and most of them do. More education, because the education here is at the bottom of the tier. Maternal mortality, low. Education, low. Quality of living, low. Infrastructure, super low. There's no industry. There's no hope for these young kids in rural Arkansas to have a job. We had a chance to vote Chris Jones, an actual rocket scientist like myself who was educated and had a plan to bring jobs and infrastructure to Arkansas. But the people I talked to in rural Arkansas will not vote for him because of his color of his skin. And they weren't nice when they described the color of his skin. So they voted for a sycophant, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is treating this like her personal money bank. There is no infrastructure here. The roads are shit. You can drive 2 hours. So my closest grocery store, besides Walmart, is 2 hours away. So if I go that 2 hours to go to that grocery store, the roads I have to take are barely have enough room for two people to pass each other. There is no cell phone coverage for over an hour and a half of that ride. And there's no hope to get those roads fixed anytime soon because there's no money. I say that, but lo and behold, what did Sarah do as of July of 2025? She has loaned and bought $55 million worth of Israeli bonds. So she's loaned Israel $55 million with a catch to give them 100 more million by the end of the year. When her people are fucking starving, they have no medical care. Hell, most teenage girls here are living at home pregnant with their moms. And they're living at home with their moms and their boyfriends. Because that's how rural America lives. There's nothing for these kids to look forward to. So why would they ever vote Republican? Because that's what they're told to do. $150 million would go a long way to feed, get medical attention, and up so that our children here in Arkansas don't die in infancy and the mothers don't die in childbirth. And that is rural America. Fuck Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She is the worst governor okay, she's second. Our neighbor Texas Abbott is worse, but she's a close second.
So I go through months or years trying to get help. My insurance company is willing to pay for me to go get treatment out of state. And every time I get a call, they tell me, sorry, we're no longer taking out of state Medicaid. And I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Because I literally can't, I have nowhere to go. There are no places for me to go. And then I asked her, okay, so what is it out of pocket? And she said, oh, we're not allowed to do out of pocket if you have an insurance. So you won't take my insurance, and then you won't take my fucking money if I'm gonna pay out of pocket. How does that make sense? I am so tired. I am so tired. I'm so tired of it. I don't understand how the system could be like this. I don't understand. Like, I'm literally crying on the phone, and the lady's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You could call this person. And I was like, she was my doctor previously, and she couldn't help me. That was one of the reasons why I was referred to go to Jefferson in the first place. So now I don't know what I'm going to do.
The people are not getting what they voted for, and they are taking it to social media to talk about it. Welcome back. How are y'all doing? Thank you to my return subscribers. I really appreciate y'all. And if you are new here, thank you. On this channel, we talk about everything trending We talk about things buzzing the internet. We talk about informations that we're supposed to be aware of, just for us to be in the loop. If you like this kind of content, please do not forget to subscribe, turn on your bell notification, and drop a comment. Let's dive right into this one. And thank you. Credit to all the creators for giving us this opportunity. Things are happening. The people that voted for this administration, they are still waiting for the promises that were promised. And they are not receiving it. They are taking it to the social media to talk about it. What do you guys think about this whole thing? Because these folks, these people that we are looking at, that we are listening to, that they are taking it to social media, they just said they are in the rural area. Those are the people that voted heavily for this administration. And they are still waiting for things that were promised to them. What do y'all feel? I am gonna roll your how people are reacting and how they are actually letting it out for you and I to know what's going on out there.
Know how big of a problem hunger is in rural America? Spend time at a mobile food bank.
It's 90% of what I consume.
74-year-old Lorna Hall made sure to be the first at this line in Clinton, Missouri.
You've been here since last night.
Yeah.
It's that important to get what you need.
Yes. And I don't keep the car running. I can't afford the gas. So I have sleeping bags to stay warm.
What's the message?
Jesus died on that cross so we could live, and this is not living.
We don't have the finances to get groceries. If it wasn't for these food pantries and Feeding Tampa Bay, we wouldn't be able to survive. And that's really tough.
Well, right now, there are more than 1,000 people in line here at Feeding Tampa Bay to try and get food assistance. Look at all that. The line has been going for several hours now as people wait for Feeding Tampa Bay to open up. That's because the SNAP benefits that they had relied on have expired, and this month's payments have not yet arrived. The federal government does say that they're going to be providing potentially half of those payments after a court order, but it remains to be seen as to when those payments can be sent. Right now, there are 500,000 people in Tampa Bay who depend on SNAP payments, and right now it is unclear as to when those payments are going to be coming in. Feeding Tampa Bay says they expect 1,000 people to try and get extra food to feed their families over the coming day.
All right, there's a really wild story I want to talk about today. There's a small town in Missouri, a rural area that overwhelmingly voted for Trump, and they only have one hospital in this area. It's been serving the community for over 7 decades, has stayed open as the community has shrunk. They used to have a Walmart, the only Walmart in the area, closed, and through a lot of economic downturn, they have been able to stay open. But unfortunately, because of Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill, there are fears that it may close in a town that overwhelmingly voted for Trump. And frankly, I don't think they realized they were voting for this.
And if you don't understand what it's like to live in rural America, you can't possibly understand why these people vote Republican, why these people fall for conspiracy theories. Rural America has not one church, but 2 churches on every corner. And in these churches, they anoint hate. They anoint words that dehumanize immigrants, that dehumanize people of color, that dehumanize women. They don't understand that living in
the last couple of months in my town and surrounding towns, we have had 2 ERs shut down. With that being said, we have had 2 people go to these ERs to get help, not be able to receive the help because the ERs are shut down. They have then had to be care flighted to the closest ER and almost lost their lives because they weren't able to get the help they needed fast enough. Someone brought this up in a local Facebook page in our town and brought up how these ERs were shut down because of the big, beautiful bill. And in these comments, people were posting that the ERs were shut down because Democrats were not paying their medical bills. There were also comments claiming that the ERs were shut down because the hospital was giving free surgeries to transgender youth. I live in deep, deep Texas, very far in the country. I'm tired of hearing the whole, like, we have to come together. We can't be divided. You can't come together with these people. I'm married to a woman. I can't sit in the same room with these people. They would kill me. I'm not really sure what the answer is, and I'm not really sure what to do anymore. I don't know. I just wanted to let y'all know that it is taking effect. I knew that small towns would be seeing effects of the big beautiful bill before most things. It's hitting my town, and it's hitting it hard. And instead of blaming the people who are responsible, they are blaming Democrats and transgender youth. So
I'm so fucking sick and tired of hearing this bullshit. We can't have free health care. We cannot have good Medicaid. We cannot have good nothing. But we can have a ballroom at the fucking White House to inflate somebody's fucking ego. Right? Israel can have free fucking health care. They can have all sorts of weapons of mass destruction, and we can't have free health care. We can't have cheap fucking schooling. This is taxation without representation, guys. Like, when the fuck do you guys stop caring about being true patriots? We fought a war over a tax on tea leaves. Tea. And now you're okay with giving all your money to foreign governments so that they can have the health care they need, so they can defend their borders. But you can't defend your own livelihood. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. You can't have life without health care. And there is no pursuit of happiness when you're all slaves working for corporations that give two fucking shits about you. Nobody fucking cares. But guess what? You're just gonna get up tomorrow and act like nothing happened. When the fuck are we gonna wake up? When? Why? Why are we so docile? Is it in the food? Is it on the TV? Is it in the music? What the fuck is wrong with us? When we can have little monkeys in suits telling us you can't have free health care. We have paid 5,000 times over the amount that the United States would use for free health care.
Oklahoma. We fucking did it. We are 50 out of 50. We are officially the dumbest fucking state in the United States of America. Fucking congratulations, Republicans.
We're still struggling even when we have our money coming through. We had to suffer going almost a week with no food.
The economy's down the tubes. Healthcare is awful. Prescriptions are terrible. Groceries are off the charts. And I think the only way we're going to do better is if he gets out and somebody else gets in.